Two questions, Coach. You got your tight ends involved. I thought Dawson did a good job.
I knew you guys would be happy about that.
Yeah, exactly about that. My next question is this, and you can answer that one, is LSU's got some, their defensive secondary is maybe on equal footing as Alabama.
No question.
Wide receivers going to do a better job of getting off the line of scrimmage.
No question. They're as good up front. They're good at really every position. We're seeing a defense that's every bit as talented as Alabama. They're very different schematically. So this game will be match athleticism and execute against this scheme as opposed to Alabama's scheme. But you know, after playing against a very high level defense like Alabama, and coming out of that game knowing that it's going to be more about the little things that we talked about and about executing, this gives us a great opportunity now. We're going to play another awesome defense in Death Valley against LSU, who's very physical and extremely athletic, and we have to answer the call and execute better than we did the last time we faced somebody of this caliber.
Coach, you started the year with a better balance than you started last year. How did you develop that, and how do you carry that on against these better defenses?
Well, I mean, there's a couple things. You emphasize the things that you want to get better at. We emphasized the run game in the offseason. You watched our spring game when we ran the ball a good bunch, and that was to try and develop the physicality up front that we wanted. And it was also to get a good long look at a new room of running backs. And so we came into camp and came out of camp feeling a lot better about our ability to run the football, which we always want to be able to do in this system. And but it still comes down to what the defense gives us. I mean, we're not gonna run the ball into 11 people just to say we're running the football. And you know, we're not going to throw it when they're dropping 8. And it's going to come down to what space are they giving us, what opportunities are they giving us, what leverage are they giving us, and we're going to try to attack the weakness of the defense every down. That'll never change.
You talked a little bit after the game about being able to get Tylen Knight a couple more snaps, but what do you see his role moving forward here?
Well, he's so young, and he's got a very bright future here. I know Coach Nix is excited about him, as we are about most of the RBs, but he is a great space player. He found the seam Saturday, and you know, he made some hay down the field in space. And so, you know, he's a guy that's going to be hard to find behind the line of scrimmage because he's not real tall. That's always been an advantage for smaller backs. But he's got some twitch, and he can beat the line of scrimmage and be on top of you in a hurry. And I just think that's going to be the kind of guy that he is. But with regards to how much we use him here this season, next season, it's just, you know, that comes down to Scotty Phillips' performance, our health, you know, the needs in the game. It's going to really be dictated by when we need Tylen and the things that he does, you know, that are special.
What sort of development do you want to see out of him since he is so young?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
What sort of development do you want to see? What's his next step?
Well, I mean, he's young, so he adjusting to the speed of the college game, which it seems like he's doing a real good job of. He still has the ability to make you miss. He's a great change of direction guy. I think, though, as you know, he progresses through his career here, you're going to see him become more explosive, and you're going to see him get stronger. He's a strong player for being such a small guy. But I think anytime you look at any player in this program that's been through Paul Jackson's deal for a year and that whole team, they're bigger and they're more explosive, and you know, they improve at change of direction and power. And so these younger guys, the Miles Battles, the Elijah Moores, the Tylen Knights, the Isaiah Wards, all these guys are going to be, every year they're going to be a little bit better product of what they are right now.
Hey, Phil, on the tight ends again, was Dawson running any different routes, or was he just the better target?
You know, they gave up the tight end a little bit. We felt like they might, and so, you know, there's always a plan for them. It just happens they gave us some opportunities this week. One of the plays was designed to get either the wide out or the tight end the football. The wide out got double covered, and that left Dawson open down the sideline. it's not a typical play you utilize a tight end. It does require some speed, but he has it. And so he broke the sideline, and we were able to hit him in stride. The other one was just a 4 verticals play that we run with all our wideouts. And, I thought Jordan made a great throw down the middle of the field off of a 2 running a leaner, and, Dawson just made a good play on it. That's a base first day install play for us.
Any more questions for Coach Longo?
With LSU coming up, that was when the Jordan Ta'amu era, I guess, officially started. What do you
That's right.
remember the most from that game last year?
The thing that pops out to me from the LSU game with regards to Jordan Ta'amu is how comfortable he was. There wasn't a lot of stress. I said, Jordan, you're going in, and he's like, okay, that's fine. Let's go. And then his first drive in the ball game, he led us to a score. He didn't enter the game. I mean, he entered the game in a 2-minute scenario. So we're in situational offense under a stressful situation, and he operated. He threw the ball real well. He ran when he had to. He managed 2 minutes, got out of bounds, and stopped the clock. He did some really good, intelligent things on that drive, and he just seemed like a natural. And we got a field goal to finish the drive there. And then he came in late in the game again after our starter couldn't go any longer, and he led us to a touchdown and a 2-point conversion after that. So it was interesting leaving that game, just looking back and grading it. I was impressed with how poised he was, which, I have told all of you is a major asset of his. And as Coach Lucas pointed out, not only were the first 2 drives in the LSU game both scores, but I think his first 7 drives as a quarterback were all scores. So that's the thing that I remember the most. Hopefully that continues this week against LSU.
How do you feel about going into Death Valley this week, obviously, with, the big crowd noise down there? How do you feel like you can handle that being the first real test in a big environment like that?
Well, it won't be the first time these players, the majority of these players have been in that kind of atmosphere. So there's no shock to our team. It's just handle it the way we have handled it in the past. And, I think it's not so much the venue or the team that we're playing. Our focus this week, again, is us. And, I think they know it's going to be loud. I think they know it's going to be raucous. I think they know it's going to be aggressive. I think they know it's going to be a great atmosphere. I know our guys are excited about playing down there, and I can't wait to go down there and coach. So, to me, it's just another opportunity to play in a great venue, and this is just opportunity number 5 for us.